Hello and welcome back to my Let's Play of Make a Good Mega Man Level 2. Let's go ahead and get things started here. Alright. Remember last time we had finished up Tier 2. And let's see. We have 7 nickels, 22 elements, 56 bolts. Accidentally bought the Me IRL costume. Today we are going to tackle Tier 3. Which, let me... double check real quick. Yep, 13 elements, 6 nickels. Alright. So, let's head on into Tier 3 here. 9 elements and 19 nickels. So by the time we get through with this tier, we'll be able to go and collect things from the chateau. Nightman. Hello, Turbo Man. Looks like my car broke down. What am I supposed to do now? But, Turbo Man, you are a car. Alright. We have 66th place by MaGMML, Chomp Man, 20.4, 22, 15, 16, 28, 21. 1 element and 5 nickels. And a skip teleporter. No. Ow. I wasn't quite paying attention there. You know what? First, I gotta change costumes. As funny it is as to play a Mega Man with just legs and a head, the hitbox is the same as the standard sprite, and visually that confuses me. We'll switch back to regular size Mega Man. Ow. Should have moved forward more. Ow! Okay, we learn as we go. Alright. Okay. Yeah, this is one reason why this stage has a skip teleporter, but I believe it's doable, so we're going to... Alright, let's keep on keeping on. I cleared that, I know I did. Okay, good, we made it to a checkpoint. somebody to drop health, please. Okay. Okay. So we got that nickel, got the... That's way over here. Well, I think this is might actually be. I think this is the way we have to go. Oh, I remember this. Okay. So... Okay, so I can't go that way. And there's a checkpoint there, so that's good. Dang nabbit. At least we're at the checkpoint. I'll take that as a win. Ow. Okay, I messed up that time. I forgot to go down the hole and undo the yellow. Ow! It's a hair too early. Controller! Stop it! Whew. Fuck. Okay, well, good news is we don't have to do that entire thing over. Now that we have the nickel. Oh, actually, no, we do. What? I didn't see the wind. God damn it. Okay. I've gotta... I'm glad I'm at tier 3 now so I can show that off, but... Second too late. Ah. Alright, we made it to another checkpoint. Oh, Lord, okay. There is a platform there. Okay. So, summon dog. No, no, go back down. Summon dog. Right on dog. Jump off dog. Come over. Okay, I think that's all the nickels. Okay, we're at a boss door now, so... Okay. We have an actual boss! Chomp Man! Ooh, I'm actually just going to... get a refill so I can do this. His weakness is Jewel Satellite, which I'm assuming I have to just throw at him. Okay. Yep, one energy element, 5 nickels. We got that stage clear. Let's see what the judges say. Snowrod Pyro. Holy crap, calm down with the enemy placement. There's an insane amount of enemies spammed everywhere that just make you die over and over and make it basically impossible to do this level buster only. It also really doesn't help that the enemies are spammed. The enemies the enemies that are spammed are some of the most annoying in the engine. Sniper and Apache Joes. The Apache Joes have a horrendous tendency to jump scare you and dunk you into pits, and Sniper Joes are just Sniper Joe. Sniper Joes just Sniper Joes. Obnoxious. Obnoxious beefy time wasters. And on top of the enemy spam, there's just surprisingly baffling, crazily designed rooms, like the room with the sheepman blocks. It's an okay concept, but you can easily get stuck if you go in the wrong order, and there's just so many enemies dumped everywhere that it's difficult to navigate the maze, and for a level called Chomp Man, you'd think there'd be more Wananons, these little chomp enemies. And nope, there's like 3. And on top of it all, there's actually a pretty good boss fight at the end. It's polished and pretty okay, even if the chomp attack is unfair sometimes. It's like the level and the boss were made by 2 different people. Jippy Hornet. I'm sorry, but that level was a complete disaster. You used so many gimmicks, but they were all executed very poorly. And this level clearly wasn't designed with any other players in mind. After a while, I got really tired of getting cheap-shotted by the Copter Joes, specifically the ones over the count bombs. part with the sheepman blocks was the worst, because if you don't do it correctly, you can find yourself trapped with no way out other than to use Super Arrow. Really? Anyway, if you run out of Super Arrow and have no M-Tanks on you, whoops, too bad, you have to press the suicide button, 2 on the keyboard, and restart the section. The only salvageable thing about this level was the boss, which was a fun fight, although it took some learning. The rest of the level was just bad. Get your levels tested by other people before you submit them. Angel. This level feels rather messy. It feels like somebody took a level and condensed it, jumbled it up to the point where it's overwhelming, and the player will have a lot of trouble dodging every obstacle and proceeding in the level. There are also ideas which only briefly make an appearance and are never seen again. I also managed to get soft locked in this level. The level needs a lot of work. I think a good place to start is by introducing features one by one rather than dunking them all on the first screen, which allows you to ramp up the difficulty and add more features in a more controlled and less hectic environment. The boss of this level looks adorable, but I felt like his hitboxes were slightly too big. Gariri. I have many mixed feelings about this one. While I like the stage layout, the level design was awful. The main issue is that there is a serious overabundance of enemies, which are also often placed poorly. Of course, this makes the stage very frustrating. On the bright side, I like how the stage looks, and as mentioned earlier, I like the general stage layout and some of the sections of the level. And a spark. I don't see what's so chompy about this level. If anything, this stage was a fetish for missiles and Apache Joes. Anyway, yikes. This is a level with some really nice gimmick usage, absolutely ruined by its enemy placement and selection. Your first few screens, the one with nothing but enemies, are absolute trash. They're really not very fun at all, as you are simply swamped with enemies. Strangely, the further you get into the stage, the better the stage becomes. Any segment without the enemy spam I think is really good. The stage doesn't work graphically either. Half of the tile set doesn't really match. I see what you were intending, but a lot of these don't work together. This may end up being a controversial opinion, but your final few count bomb screens, as well as your use of Crashman platforms, were pretty fun, and the Sheepman block area would have been good had there simply not been 500 baddies overrunning the place. These few moments in the level do not make up for the fact that many other areas are slogs. I was really surprised by having the Robot Master turn up. Considering how difficult his stage is, he is a complete pushover. His attacks are largely worthless. Still, the stage is better for having him turn up than without it. Had the enemy spam been toned down, this level would have been pretty good. But the enemies just make this an awful experience to go through, and that isn't a real shame. Yeah, I can kind of see the concept they were going for with the stage, with the Contra music. They wanted the typical run and gun, but that's not what Mega Man is. Hello, Surfman. I have been searching for leaks of the results for hours. Do you know who won? I can't find anything. Yeah, just go to tier 10. Here's a secret. Go to tier 10. 65th place. Lizard Commando. SMB 3. Score 21, 21.4. 24, 24, 16, 25, 18. 1 energy element. Oh, okay. Airship fleet. High flying action. Look out for flying bad guys and careful with the jumps. Tank battalion. Be on the front lines fighting swarms of bad guys. Keep running and watch out for missiles. We'll go tanks. Man, this is a slog. I was jumping. Gosh dang. Okay. Let me see. Alright, well that's one path. I'm gonna go check out the second one, because... Really? Really? This was the airship. Okay. What the heck? What happened? No! I wanted that E-tank. I don't know what the hell happened there. Ow! No, that's a problem with this engine. Is that those Tomahawk Man platforms? Yeah, no, see, I get the theme, I get the, you know, the overall theme, the... Well, I picked up a bolt on the way down. Controller, why are you doing this? I made that jump. Oh, and I was right there. But you know what? That's fine. That's fine, because the teleporter just takes you back to Bowser, so I don't need to fight him again because I already got the energy element. It's all shown off. See what the judges think. Snow Run Pyro. Holy jeez, please calm down with the enemy placement in the first half. Like, wow. My experience with it was basically, oh hey, cute SMB3, oh god, enemies everywhere, help! The Reed sprites are really cute, but I feel like the level spam's like the literal worst enemies to spam. Sniper Joes, Hammer Joes, Sniper Mechs, there's a lot of them. There's a lot of button mashing as a result. And some of the unholy reason the Sniper Joes... And for some unholy reason, the Sniper Joes in this level lose their weakness to Slash Claw. Yeah, I kind of noticed that. Once the path splits, though, the level gets more tolerable, mainly because both paths are auto-scroll, and that allows you to slow down and take care of the enemies more easily. I do not know. I still don't think that the level is very well designed, though. There are a lot of Sniper and Hammer Joes just pasted around, and it really doesn't make for a fun level experience. The Bowser boss fight is fine, though, and the level does have a lot of charm going for it. So that's that. But it just isn't well designed. It's just kinda unfun. Jupu Hornet. I'm gonna be honest. I really didn't like this level. I couldn't even come close to enjoying the nice graphic replacements because there was so much enemy spam. The first part was fine because you could get through it easily if you went slowly. The second part was slightly worse with the falling platforms, but it was still manageable. The tank and airship parts were the worst offenders because they were auto-scrollers. So you couldn't really go slowly or quickly, and there were a lot of enemies on screen at once. You'd think after all that, the boss would be really hard, but nope. It's just Bowser with only 2 attacks, Fireballs and Earthquake, yeah I did show that off, that are both insanely easy to dodge. It's really unfortunate too, because this level had the potential to be fantastic, but it was ruined by sloppy level design. It felt like you made all these graphic replacements and tried to show them all at once, instead of making an actual level. That kind of thing can work, but at a certain point you need to ask yourself, am I doing too much? Angel. The way this level presents itself makes me feel like it tried to get a majority of its points by emulating the graphical wow factor of MaGMML 1's SMW level. I can tell that a lot of work went into the sprites, even though they're not perfect. But I can also tell that this level would have been much more enjoyable if the work went into actually designing it instead. as the level pretty much falls short in every factor of design, aside from the boss. Oh man, so much ducking. The level's main flaw is the abundance of enemies in every section, which are placed seemingly randomly and in much larger numbers than necessary. Couple this with a lack of health refill pickups, and you've got a stage that'll make people frustrated very quickly. Yuriri. What a disappointment. I would have liked the Mario theme here, but the level itself is just so bad. Not only are most enemies simply recolors of existing Mega Man enemies, but they are placed in excessive quantity and in the worst places possible. It's almost impossible to beat this level without taking damage. Also, the boss requires extreme precision to dodge his attacks, and when he isn't attacking, the fight is as dull as ever. So much more could have been done to this stage. A-Spark. To quote the last contest, enemy spam is fun, right guys? That is everything wrong with this stage. Every screen is packed with enemies, and the enemy placement itself is baffling. The most infuriating one was on the airship area. Trying to get on those Tomahawk Man platforms was insane. Often, you pick the worst possible enemy and put them in the worst possible place. With the exception of the Tomahawk platforms, this entire stage is devoid of platforming challenges, and that's not really too fun. Just because the last contest had a high-ranking Mario level doesn't mean you're going to place as high as that one because you use Mario. Because what the last contest entry had was actual thought put behind it. This was just everything plunked down, higgledy-piggledy. Don't get me wrong, some of the Mario reskins were pretty cool, but then you just sort of stopped trying and plunked regular Mega Man enemies into the Mario arena. This felt very half-assed. Bowser was unexpected and a neat addition, but he was a bit too easy really, which is par for the course for Bowser. To be positive score here is only due to including him. I'm not joking. This was pretty awful overall. Yeah. Enemy spam is never good, and enemy spam and auto-scrollers definitely don't mix. If you're gonna do an auto-scroller, you need to choose enemies that complement that, and don't spam them, obviously. And also, I don't know how the contest worked, but it looked like you took Sniper Joe weakness away, so why? Anyways, Buster Rod G. They didn't allow returning monks and monkings into the festival. Us monkeys never get any love. Here. Okay. Before I continue on. Hello, Jewel Man. You can shoot the school jewel to make it bounce upwards. If you keep it in the air for long enough, you might be rewarded for your efforts. Yes, this is a little mini game you can play. And only with the Buster. However, this is a nice shield you are having there. I hope you do not mind if I borrow it for a moment. I mean, it's your weapon, so... I'll be doing that off-screen to earn more bolts. But, what I'm gonna do actually right now is... No. have the... I'm gonna head back to Eddie's, back to Light's lab, and buy some stuff. Okay. That's 600 and... Alright. Never mind then. And that actually works out. I guess it's exit you to the last place you... I don't know. Either way, let's keep going. Let's talk to Drill Man first. Hello, Drill Man. Another day mining out tunnels for the festival. Wait, are these... What are these tunnels even for, anyways? Search me. 64th place by Lambda. Mega Londo. Score 24 or 22.4. 27, 26, 18, 20, and 21. 1 energy element. Oh. I kind of remember this. Is this the stage I'm thinking of? Okay. Oh yeah, there is a skip teleporter there. Okay. What do you have? Trap rating over 9,000? Okay. Oh! Oh, bugger. Oh man, that is tight. Whew, okay. Oh. Oh, please say I reached a checkpoint. Oh, God. I did not. You're gonna have to excuse me here for a little bit because I don't know how many... God. And there's no checkpoint yet. Okay. Yeah, everything is going into Flash Stopper. Come on. That's fine. Okay. Oh, fuck. Okay. Oh, okay. Please checkpoint somewhere. Oh. Okay. No. Excuse you? Okay. Oh. Oh. Okay, good news is I reached a checkpoint. Bad news is I died right at the end of the level. Okay. Wow. Let's see what the judges say about it. Snow Run Pyro. You died. Also, more lag issues. I feel like there's some reference I'm missing in this level. Yeah, it's Dark Souls. With like the level title and how for some reason the level rates you with meme numbers as you're going through it. I don't know. I'm not really sure about this level. There's parts about it that I like and parts about it that I really don't like. I hate all the times where you have to squeeze in between spikes. They are like the most stressful obstacles ever, and I hate them. The spike drop is pretty bullshit too. You barely have enough time to react to get all the way to the left before you die. And of course, lag issues. On the other hand, I like how crazy cannons are used as obstacles rather than enemies. I like how the time bombs are used and the Gemini egg sections are surprisingly not that bad, mostly because charge shots in this game can pierce through them. It's kind of a mixed bag. Overall, there's some good in it, but the bad is just really bad. Droopy Hornet. Didn't really like this level. I get the whole Dark Souls theme, and I know Dark Souls is meant to be hard, but that shouldn't come at expense of good level design. My main issue was the annoying enemy placements. The best example is the one room where you had to climb a ladder to enter, and if you didn't stay at the very bottom, you were sniped by a crazy cannon. There's no indication of what's happening, and new players won't see it coming. Another room killed you if you didn't know to hold right when you were falling. I don't think this level was designed with other players in mind. Thankfully, it wasn't very long, and it still took me a while to beat. Angel. Honestly, with so much insta-kill around, I have to wonder how only having one midpoint is even remotely resembling fairness. Yeah. This level as a whole isn't too bad to traverse, and while it goes out of its way to be unfair to the player who tries to shove them into spikes, the thing that makes the level frustrating is the stinginess with checkpoints. Spreading them out slightly differently and having two total would get rid of much of the pretty dangerous backtracking that has to be done. If, for example, the player, me, dies in the spike drop like 5 times in a row. The level playing at only 40 FPS doesn't help the situation, since it merely lengthens the time required to get back to where the player died even further. Guriri. I don't even know how you can screw up the level design this badly. Every movement has to be super precise, and all the areas are filled with unavoidable or barely avoidable enemies. Obstacles are placed very poorly too. Unless you do everything perfectly, you will get frustrated way too easily. Other than that, there's nothing particularly redeeming about this level. A-Spark. Why though? I don't mind insta-death as a mechanic. I do mind insta-death sending me back through several other rooms of very beefy enemies, or lots more other insta-death. Your lack of checkpoints not only ratcheted up the tension, it made things very tedious to play. That last screen, the drop into spikes right after Crystal Joes, and the pit after that were utter bullshit too. Just saying. To give credit where it was due, the room with the pull eggs and dropping enemies from above by taking down their ground was cool. And I think the fun factor here would have been greatly improved by actually sticking checkpoints in areas where, logically, there should be checkpoints. The room with the statues comes to mind. The enemy selection was nonsensical and nothing fit in. Why the Castlevania theme if you aren't going to do anything remotely Castlevania-y? Post-judging comment. Turns out this was supposed to be a Dark Souls themed with Castlevania graphics. See the confusion. There is a right way and wrong way to do instant death. This was the wrong way. Overall, this level was playable, but yeah, if you don't have good reflexes, or even worse, a good controller, you're gonna have a hell of a time with the spike sections. The spike drop, though, that's kind of been standard in Mega Man. I don't know why they had such a challenge with that. Hey, Stone Man. People shouldn't take such... I'm assuming igneous rock for granted. After all, rock is one of the many marbles of the world. Puns. Alright. 63rd place. Peter Dunn. Combustoman. 22.6. 23, 13, 29, 25, 23. 1 element and 5 nickels. Oh, why do I feel this is a skip? Okay. Actually, I don't remember Combust Man being all that hard. I think this might actually... Oh, hang on. Aha! This. Yep, alright. I jumped right into that. No! Where's... Of course, I'm gonna have to come back in here for that nickel. Ah. Okay. So. Hope you all are ready for the hardest boss in the entire game. Here he is. That was Combustiman. And he combusted. And yep, we're going back in for that other nickel. Okay, well, I got the nickel, and that's all I'm here for. So, 1 element, 5 nickels. See what Jeds say. Snow Run Pyro. Honestly, it's pretty forgettable. For a level called Combust Man, there's a strange, complete, and utter lack of anything remotely related to fire. And the whole level is just some basic setups with Mets, new shotmen, and bounders. I was glad to see that bounders were there because I was expecting a bunch of 5 and 6 enemies to not get used. But they weren't used like super intelligently or anything. There's a noticeable amount of challenges that seem laughably skippable, namely the new shotman right at the start, and anything involving the Met cannons. This is probably one of the few levels where I just outright call the level ugly. The music is great, but the tiles in the background don't loop very well, and when they get bright orange, it's really eye-searing. I did laugh at the boss, though. That was pretty funny. Overall, it's pretty average. There's clearly effort put into it, it's just that it didn't really turn out too well. Jupy Hornet. It really didn't feel like a lot of thought was put into this stage layout. You could literally avoid a lot of the enemies without any consequences. The graphics were really hard to look at, especially in the boss room. Speaking of the bosses, I shot at it once with the Mega Buster and it died. The boss seemed unfinished, but maybe it was intentional because it's called Combust Man? Angel. A fun little stage, though it could have done more with what it offers. The challenge in this level is fairly simple, and it doesn't ramp up much, with the falling section at the end being mainly difficult due to its unpredictability. The nickel sections, while providing a nice bonus challenge, are held back by their background palette, which often obscures enemies that are placed in these rooms. I like the way Combust Man combusts when you shoot at him. Pretty funny ending. Giriri. There's honestly little appeal in this stage. It's way too easy, the level just feels empty and boring most of the time. The graphics are eye-straining and nothing too impressive anyway. And while I always have to give some points for having a boss, in this case it's just a still sprite that does nothing and dies in one hit. I pretty much sum up this stage in one word. Boring. Acebark. This exists? Nice of you to make a custom tile set. It doesn't exactly look remotely in style, but that's less forgivable. Less forgivable is assets that clearly should be animated aren't. Your main issue is the lack of anything in this stage related to the Robot Master. Props for using a minor gimmick at least, but you haven't really done much with them, and the count bombs by themselves are so generic, levels usually have to use other gimmicks around them since they're so boring. Look at any Mega Man stage that uses count bombs such as Blizzard Man and Burst Man. They are never the only thing in the stage. There's also a few areas where you can find yourself stuck either using weapons to get out or kill yourself, but those are limited to the noble nickels rather than the main path. As for the nickels themselves, these are quite frankly the easiest collectibles I have ever encountered. Much like the rest of the stage, little thought was put into them. God. As for the boss corridor, I was not expecting anything to be waiting for me and was ready for no climax at the stage whatsoever. But I have to praise you for that part. That was honestly great. Shame about the rest of the level. Yeah, I honestly feel like there is potential there, but there really wasn't effort. Hello, Komaso Man. Komaso Man. You are from Challenger from the Future, which I played on this channel. As an honorary member of the overused Dev Kit Boss Royal Flush, it's a true privilege to be able to present my homeland at this festival. 62nd place by Liquid Fool. The Dampening. 22.8. 28, 17, 19, 25, 25. One energy element and 5 nickels. I don't need it. Oh, sure. Now you blow up. Oh. Okay, I gotta come at it from the other side. Ooh. Ah. Dang it. Okay. Ah. Yeah. Mm. Mhm. God. God. Mm. Okay. We're kinda lost here. Don't go this way. Because I need the key to get the nickel. Okay. Hi. Okay, I moved over too soon. Okay. I got the nickel, now where do I go? Okay. Find the energy element. And I missed that one nickel. Invincibility ran out just that time. Oh! Okay, I think I know what to do. Okay. So, I have the key. Now the goal is to not die. Just to play things safe. Almost died there. No, what? I landed on the bubble. Ow! Bollocks! Yeah, if you die, you lose the key. Which in this case means you gotta do the whole stage all over again. Okay, here we are again. What? It doesn't pop. Well, okay then. Alright. We're fine here because we haven't gotten the key yet, but... Alright. Almost there. Just gotta get a little further. This time, actually have a charge ready to blow up the... Ah. All right. There we go. 1 element and 5 nickels. Hello, Hornet Man. Nothing like a stroll through a peaceful forest. Needs more bees, though. You mean... like these! Let's see what the judges have to say about the dampening. Stone Road Pyro. Some of the ideas presented here are neat. I like the singular pole egg puzzle in the level, and the darkness rooms are kinda neat. The noble nickels in one of them was devious, but fair. but there's just not much done with anything, really. The level just kinda jumps all over the place with its ideas. There's pole eggs, there's like 3 dark rooms total, there's wave bubbles, there's Galaxy Man portals. It's all over the place. Lots of good ideas, but not really great execution. The level needed to pick one or two and focus on them rather than just throwing a bunch of stuff around. As a result, the level just feels like a jumble. It still plays okay, though, and some of the setups I like. Some of the noble nickels are pretty garbage though, namely the one where you have to drag a key around for half the level and not die. Also cool boss. Tubby Hornet. This level has some really sloppy design and it's way too cramped. Enemies felt like they were randomly placed around the level. The darkness gimmick was nice, but it felt out of place. I don't really know what else to say than the fact this level was weird. Angel. This level feels sorta random. I like its general idea of sinking deep into the ocean, dodging spikes, and then coming back out for some reason. Did Mega Man forget where to go? But I think the execution on this is sorta anything to get the player there, rather than, okay, let's do something consistent. There are a lot of elements in this level that don't get to see a second use, and I wish they did. Because reusing them in later segments and mixing them with what's been introduced since would have made those more interesting. Instead, this level feels like an experiment. It has a nice aesthetic, and I like how it gets dark for a few screens, but the gameplay is something I find a bit underwhelming. Yuriri. There are a lot of flaws here. Problems such as random enemy and obstacle placement exist in this level, making many sections cheap. Not to mention how some noble nickels require either high precision, prior knowledge of the stage, or death, as they could be impossible to get without dying. The stage is also fairly frustrating, primarily because of these reasons, and nothing here is particularly interesting. Other than that, only one other thing to mention. Was there really not any music of better quality available? Because it sounds absolutely awful. Hey Spark. This is practically unfinished in spots. I should not be seeing bare gray tiles from the game maker editor. And the music choice was really dull. With that out of the way, let's get down to the real issues with the stage. This is seriously unfocused. It's like a kid with ADD. Oh, holes, wait, no, Galaxy Man teleporters, wait, no, Wave Man bubbles. This doesn't particularly give any of the gimmicks a chance to shine. Their use is just sort of middling. There's one seriously cool segment of your stage, the darkness area, and the fact it doesn't spawn in when you enter a screen is great, allowing you to see your surroundings before partially blinding you, so at least you have a rough idea where to look for the goodies. Unfortunately, it's only used on 3 screens. One of those is a mini-boss that doesn't take advantage of the fact. Shame. I wish the level was built around this concept. The seemingly random nature of everything really lets the stage down overall. I am glad there is some sort of climax to the stage, but it probably shouldn't have involved an actual challenge, since it's impossible to fail it. Or should have involved an actual challenge, since it's impossible to fail it. As it stands, it is just a time waster. Overall, the level's not bad, but definitely could do better. Alright. 61st place by Cool Slime 64, Taco Man 23.0, 18, 31, 24, 13, 29. One energy element, let's get into it. I gave that an honest try. Well, okay then. Yeah. I have to question that in just like classic NES games in general. Why is the jumping so weird? Because I experienced the same thing in like Zelda 2. Okay, gonna need to pull out Super Arrow. All right. All right. Let's see. Okay. Have Taco Man. Alright. See what the judges have to say. Snowrun Pyro. Oh my god, the music, it's awful. Make it stop. Besides the horrendous music, the level design exists. There's like 8 screens total. Most of the difficulty really just comes from really annoying jumps with Shadow Man platforms rather than legitimate challenges. Though I do kind of like the room with the cannon and the 2 potions. No. But other than that, it just exists. It's over incredibly quickly and doesn't do much. The boss fight also leaves much to be desired. The jumping and Mega Taco attacks are fine, but the lobbing taco attack comes out far too fast to react to properly. There really isn't much else to say about the level. It has like 8 screens, it sure exists, it's bleh. Chippy Hornet. I'm sorry, but that music is just terrible. I almost had to mute this level. Anyway, the level itself posed a decent challenge, but it was a bit too short. Taco Man himself was kinda unfair because his primary attack, throwing a giant taco at you, was way too fast and gave the player next to no time to react since it wasn't telegraphed well. Angel. This stage completely omits the concept of teaching its mechanics to the player. As a result, it's pretty fun and rewarding if you know the stage and know what you're doing, but it's pretty inaccessible to players who don't. A more streamlined design would have helped the level in building up a difficulty curve and would have prevented it from doing unpredictable things such as the drop into spikes. Our ugly Taco Boy isn't the most exciting boss to fight, but he's a fair one and pretty delicious. Riri. There is nothing remotely likable about this level. The level design is horrible, obstacles and enemies are seemingly placed randomly and often make certain parts of this level unfair. Also, the music is absolutely awful, and the boss sprites look disgusting. Other than that, the level just feels generic and uninteresting. A-Spark. That was short. There are some decent platforming challenges here, 1 or 2 rather clever mixes of enemies and gimmicks, and it's not bad overall, but there doesn't seem to be much to say. One bit that sticks to mind with this stage was the room with the Sparkman platform and that blue platform which looks like you should be able to jump through it. Bit weird. This has issues with its aesthetics, or lack thereof. There is no theming in the level. The tile sets don't quite match each other, and the music, oof, my poor ears. I actually turned the music off whilst playing the stage. This is a little too short for its own good, I think, but it's one of the better average levels. I was very surprised by having an actual robot master. He may be ugly, but I think he's a decent boss. Yeah, overall, stage is short, but it doesn't overstay its welcome. Hello, Pirate Man. These scallywags and their drills, digging through the tunnels, if they use my mines, they'd be done so much faster. Okay, let's see. Go a little long, depending on, because we got two more levels and then the tier boss. 16th place, Adrian 09-01. Candy Panic 23.4, 22, 36, 15, 26, 18. 1 element. Alright. Moving on. Message from Candyman. Wondering which demise to choose? If you're going the top way, expect some cake climbing guts lift action. I love them. And those annoying bird enemies. If you're going deep, expect some steamy hot chocolatey diving action, including highly toxic chocolate, because I felt like it. And yo dog, I heard you like music changes, so I put a music change in your cake cave. Oh, jeez, I didn't even... I didn't even see the spikes there. Note, chocolate in this room is highly toxic. Don't touch. Message from Candyman. Sorry I'm absent, because someone decided to destroy my Havoc wrecking code and reprogram me to make candy for children. Doctor would like to compensate for this. I left you a Metal Man instead. Little Easter egg. Metal Man is highly allergic to his own weapon. But alright, I'm gonna go back in and I'm gonna do the other path, just to show it off. Yeah. Oh. Alright. And here's where the path meets back up. Alright. Snow Run Pyro. This is an incredibly confusing tile set. It's really unclear what's solid and what isn't. Besides that, it feels like you focus way more on aesthetic than gameplay. The level design is just weird and there and there. There's no real difficulty curve. It's just stuff. The Guts Lift rides are extremely easy, and the one on the cave path, you can just stand there and the tellies will never hit you. There's empty stretches of land where the only enemy in your way is a Kamasaburo. Then suddenly a Metal Man fight at the end, except there's no conveyor belt, so any semblance of difficulty just evaporates into thin air. The level is just really bizarrely designed, and you'll probably only get hit ever by random surprise enemies like the Crazy Cannon at the start. It's a blah level overall. GP Hornet. First of all, why is there a 1-up at the beginning of the level? You know those refill your health, so it has no use, right? Anyway, this was a really fun level. It felt very casual, a nice stroll through a land of candy. I like how you made a split path, but I don't think there was enough difference in the gameplay between the two. One was vertical and one was horizontal. But both sections were basically riding Guts Lift over pit spikes. Maybe keep the Guts Lifts in the vertical section and use another gimmick like the falling rocks in the cave section. Also, the graphics in the beginning really didn't look good, and it was hard to tell what you could walk through and what you had to slide through. Still, the design was good and it played well as a Mega Man level. Angel. This level seems to take a lot of its inspiration from Mega Man 1. However, at the same time, it seems to only look at that inspiration at a surface level. It takes its assets and proposes a similar structure without looking deeper and figuring out what kind of design was used to make these classic levels fun to play. As a result, this level throws around enemies without much thought, has a split path where one side is much shorter and resorts to text in order to explain some of its mechanics, which is something you never want to have to do as a designer. Toxic Chocolate wouldn't even harm Mega Man because he's Steel type too, so what even? Jokes aside, I found this level to be rather irritating. I questioned his design on almost every screen where the sections in which I didn't do so felt like they were ripped straight out of a classic title. Gariri. I'm not really sure what to say about this level. I liked how it looked, but that's about it. It's honestly pretty boring. The level design is nothing special. I generally don't have a lot to say about this one. It's just a standard generic level. A Spark. I guess this level was trying to ape the tropes of Mega Man 1. That is a rather bad game to emulate for a level design contest, especially since that game's tropes were particularly lackluster compared to the rest of the series. This level was dull, with the only interesting segment being the vertical climb on the Gutsman lifts, and the enemies chosen there were appropriate in placement and challenge. The rest of this level does nothing. It is almost entirely enemies, and enemies by themselves are boring. The caverns were especially dull. You didn't even use one of the primary features of Guts lifts. Another rather major issue is the tile set. It's not bad to look at, but it actively hinders the level. The tile set seems to actively confuse the player. I'm not sure how the cake frosting is supposed to look like something you can slide through, because it does not look that way at all. Additionally, spikes in the level do not look like spikes. They blend in with the background, can confirm, and even after I had realized they were spikes, they were so similar to the rest of the surroundings, your mind just sort of forgets what they look like. Instant death hazards really need to stand out. The poison chocolate gimmick is just stupid. If it acts like spikes, make them spikes, because there is no visual difference between the poison chocolate and regular chocolate. Having a sign to tell the player that this thing will suddenly kill them is really poor game design. I'm also very disappointed by your signature Robot Master not turning up. After having him taunt the player throughout the stage, you've pretty much wasted any goodwill the player would have had with your level concept, and used a dev kit boss instead. A dev kit boss who doesn't even make sense in your stage. Ending the level how you did might just be worse than not having a proper climax at all, actually. Yeah, it's not an offensive level, but like many others in this tier, do better. Playtest. Think a little bit harder. 59th place by BBLIR. Forgotten Fortress. Oh man. Oh, is this 23.6, 14, 35, 14, 36, 19. Pyro's least favorite. 1 element and 4 nickels. Let's get into it. All right. Oh, this one is... Forget. Okay, that's not a way down. Science was conducted here today. Okay, this is not the one that I thought it was going to be. So new costume unlocked. I don't know what to say here. So I might as well tell the credits. Okay. Okay. Whoa! Okay. Ah. Okay. Gosh darn it. Alright, let me try just walking off then. Okay. Still, he might not notice me. Okay, well, there's the energy element. Now we gotta go search for those nickels. Ow. I'm dumb. That we're dumb. Okay. Okay. All right. Get one comment and it's a bot. I don't know what's... Okay, it was... We follow the same path, okay. Ah. Well, it should have gotten a checkpoint. Okay. I did the same thing again. Oh. That's because it's getting later. I got another bot. Okay, well there is one nickel. Okay. The rooms can be accessed sliding through the left wall. Single Crashman platform path. One can be accessed by sliding through the left wall in the room with single Crashman platform path. The other is the Quickman laser drop, also available via teleporter in this room. Don't worry, they are connected. All right. My hope is that the path is still open, but the key is easy enough to get, so... Path is open. Alright. Let me see. I think... Oh. Oh. Another energy tank. Okay. Okay, one of these. Well, the good news is you can't. Okay. One of these you can go inside of. Trying to figure this level out. Okay. Ha. Okay. And here we got Gangly Crashman. Who is... Can't find his entry. Slash claw and wire adapter. Okay, well, there was that. That's 3 nickels if I remember right. Okay. Oh. Bless it. Oh. Alright, let me see. I'm missing one. The teleport's gonna stay, and now I have to go to the end. Yeah, you know what? It's been long enough. I'm tired. I don't remember what all I went through. But let's see what the judges have to say. Snow Run Pyro. Oh wow. Wow. This is pretty awful. There's one absolutely massive flaw in this level, in that it has literally no idea what it's doing. Virtually every gimmick in the engine appears at some point, or at least it feels like it. And the level is so insanely unfocused that I don't even know what to think of it besides it's really messy. None of the gimmicks are ever focused on or used well, and they consistently just fly in and out of existence. Nonsensical design is everywhere, like an excruciatingly long auto-scroll with a black background and almost no enemies, but plenty of Nightman bouncers. A random section where there's a block train that seems to want to crush you, but you can blow past it before it gets close to you, and asinine amounts of split paths. Ladder is what ultimately kills the level for me. Everything sprawl everywhere in every direction you can think of, and it makes it completely impossible to have a sense of where you are at all. And this is amplified by the utter lack of focus. It took me over an hour to slog through the entire thing and get the energy element and all 4 noble nickels. It was an incredibly unpleasant and absolutely boring experience. And on top of that, there is a bajillion weird secrets too, like some room with a ton of NPCs and a bonus fight with a strangely drawn Crashman with a actually kind of creative arena, but not really. This level is just a giant mess, and I did not enjoy it in the slightest. Droopy Hornet. I really enjoyed the nice platforming challenges this level provided. There were so many different gimmicks used in this stage, and they were all used so well. Pyro would disagree with you. The best part for me was the force beam section, because there were clear outlines showing where the force beams were. This is how you make a challenging level without having it be exceedingly difficult. My main issue is that the level lagged a lot. It wasn't game-breaking, but it did make some parts of the stage pretty annoying. Also, the Crash Mine fight, what even was that? Angel. I tried my best to like this level, but ultimately the heavy lag I had when playing through it made this pretty much impossible. Couple that with the maze-like structure of the level, and playing it felt more like a chore than a fun experience. Which is a shame. This level has ideas that it possesses, and it has a lot to offer. Maybe even to the point where it becomes too much. The confusing layout of the level made me lose all sense of direction, and even after several playthroughs, I wasn't able to build a cognitive map of the level. When I got to the ending room the first time, I picked up the key and completely missed the exit. Heading back to the door, I thought the level only just now got started, and while somewhat scared, I was also excited to look through the level in order to find Crashman, who I assumed would hold the energy element. Sadly, Crashman's room is a mess, and getting to him didn't feel very rewarding. I eventually found the energy element on my 3rd visit to the end room. On a more general note, the level doesn't do a very good job at ramping up its difficulty or maintaining any kind of consistency. This level has everything, but doesn't really play around with anything, which is a shame. Dreary. This is a complicated one to review. Generally, it's good. The level design is mostly solid, and it's pretty fun to play through for the first time. However, the level splits into so many paths, it becomes hard to even replay the stage without feeling annoyed at repeating the same section again. This is especially a problem if you're trying to get the noble nickels, which are scattered around the whole level, so getting them is a pain. Otherwise, it's a good stage. Ideas are interesting, and the level graphics and music are good. A-Spark. There comes a point where you need to stop. This was a slog. I had so little fun playing this stage, I wanted to quit partway through. So I'm going to get the positive out of the way first. Your original assets were well drawn, although the color scheme is absolutely garish. And your opening area was great. Good conveyance, good design, really well thought out. And then I got to the 2nd area, and then the 3rd, and then the 4th, and then... Why? I know there is a lot in the dev kit, but you didn't need to use every single sodding gimmick. Later on in the stage, you seem to stop thinking and did the bare minimum required to implement a segment. In all fairness, there is nothing wrong with any of these rooms aside from how easy they are. This is actually to the stage's benefit, believe me. And a lot of the areas introduce themselves well. Pick a gimmick, pick a second gimmick, maybe a third, and stick to them. Start doing clever stuff with them, and maybe this would work. Everything in the dev kit, though? Blech. You have the makings of a good designer. Just scale back next time. This wasn't fun. Finally, poor Crashman. I'm not sure what good making him so gangly was, but it didn't help matters. Yeah. To be honest, this was a maze stage, but it wasn't an overall bad maze. Like the maze in MaGMML 1. I forget the title of it, but that maze stage, it was just too much. This, on the other hand, it just overstays its welcome. Like Aceborg said, tone it down a little bit, pick one, maybe two, pushing 3 gimmicks, but try and focus. Anytime, man. I'm shocked that people around here even have the time to play all of these maddening simulations. A molar. Seductive machinery noises. Are you coming on to me? Infobox 800. Tier 3 boss. Okay, here's the boss I was talking about in a previous stream. Okay. So, bit of context with this boss. This boss is called the Doorman. Looks good, doesn't it, sir? I feel they captured my likeness very well. I'll be with you in one moment, sir. Just wait for me. He is from a game called Mega Man Rocks, where all of the robot masters are based around like basic real world jobs, like doorman, mailman. Let me see what they have here. Okay. Anchorman, like TV anchor. Doorman, like doorman of a lobby or a hotel. Hitman. Policeman. Repo man. Snowman, like somebody that shovels snow. Fireman, not the original fireman, but like a firefighter fireman. And repairman. It's crazy. And so will this be. Sir, hold the door, please. You mega jerk. Is common courtesy not programmed into your matrix? Manners cost nothing, good sir. The anger that is building inside me burns with a passion yet unheard of. Sir, that inner fire will send you to the eternal damnation of Silicon Hell. Prepare to burn along with all the photocopiers. Okay, and just gonna pop an 8 tank because... while you can beat him, it's mainly an endurance. Oh, Gordon Bennett, I left the element in that room. So yeah. That was Doorman. And that is all of Tier 3. Oh. Plotus interruptus. Rush. Woof, woof. Rush? Dr. Light? Did something go wrong? First of all, Mega Man, I'd like to congratulate you on 25 elements. I know it might not seem like a lot, but it's still significant. But what I came to tell you is that in the lab I've been picking up some odd signals lately. There's been a strange increase in space debris. I couldn't tell you why. I haven't fully investigated it quite yet. I would have just liked to warn you. It might be Wily up to his old tricks. Alright, I'll be sure to keep that in mind. That is the entirety of Tier 3. And before we sign off tonight, we have 26 nickels, so we are going to go turn that in to Nightman. Ah, I can feel you have at least 10 nickels. As promised, here's a reward. This upgrade will help you get around the festival faster. New upgrade, Hub Fast Travel. Now use the exit utility for ultra convenience in getting around the festival. Yes, this is a good upgrade. Map, and it'll teleport you back to any tier you've unlocked or gone to. And in this case, I'm gonna head to the shop here. I have over 1,000 nickels. So I'm gonna get the super armor. And the skull amulet. And then finish off. And I will get that on my own, off stream, or between episodes, you know. And then I believe at the tier 1 here. Hi again, brother. Feel free to buy a costume, or pick one you've already bought. And the costume we unlocked for finding that area was Beck from Mighty Number 9. But we're gonna... Of all the... Oh, okay, fine, suit yourself, so to speak. We're gonna buy base and place him next time round. Let's see. Okay, yes. So this will go, the map system will go to any tier you've already visited and entered. So that's why we had tier 9 and now why we have tier 5. But that's gonna be it for me for now. Thank you all for coming. I hope you enjoyed, and check me out. Tune in next Saturday when I will be starting my playthrough of Luigi's Mansion, since it is the spooky season. And then next Sunday as I continue through more MaGMML 2. As always, hope you guys have a good week, and I'll see y'all next time. See you then.